What you're about to witness in Lord of the Rings Rise to War is a completely overpowered tactic for defending a crossing that, honest to goodness, I do not know how you stop this. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and I recorded this completely overpowered crossing defense. And this is something that I came up with when I was on my first account. I recorded myself doing it and realized that this was so OP that I had to share it. I had to make a video about it, and I hit record. So this is footage of me defending a crossing, not by standing on the crossing. In fact, everyone who was defending it had been defeated already. And you may be wondering, Chisgule, if you're not standing on the crossing, how are you defending it? Well, I'm defending it by using the guard ability. The guard ability makes it so that you will protect nearby fellowship tiles and also anything that is a faction-based building, you will automatically guard. I mean, because it's, entirely for the faction, not for any one fellowship. So I'm standing on a nearby fort that I don't even own, and they can't even attack my troops unless I put up guard. And when I put up guard, I defend the crossing. Now, why is this totally overpowered? The only way the enemy can see this coming is if they notice the little railings that are now sort of erected all around the crossing. This sort of protective little wall that gets put up when you fire up guard. And you'll notice that when you guard any tile that gets fired up. But these folks that are attacking, and you'll see this in the reports, they thought, oh, I'm going to just siege this crossing that has no defenders. And I had 5 armies standing right behind the crossing, and I'm just guard cycling, baby. I got 1 full health march. I let it get hit. Then I cycle guard onto another march and turn off guard on the first one. Let it get hit a couple times. Then I turn off guard. And the reason this is so overpowered and is better than standing on the crossing itself is that I can then reinforce these marches, refilling them. I am spending no stamina running around. They can't attack me because I'm behind the crossing, not on it. So they can't hit my march while I'm trying to get more troops back to it. And then I just hit guard again when I'm ready. You can't do anything about it. And it's so OP. And you'll see in the reports, they thought they were just going to siege. They launched their attacks from far away. They passed the point where they could even turn their marches around if they wanted to. And then I just obliterated them with full health march after full health march after full health march of mine. And this, by the way, look at this, 17 eagles and Bjornings that I lost, and they lost 1,557. Okay, sure, GG easy. And it's a low-level commander that he's attacking with, right? Here's 871 to 3,182. They thought they were just going to be sieging it, but then I just guard cycled and protected it. 105 to 575. I mean, I think you're going to get the idea here. Every one of these reports is insane. 459 to 2,052. That's a level 29 Faramir. GG easy. Forget it, right? 1,284 to 2,569. Here's Gandalf, 648 to 1,381. That was a level 34 Dwalin. Here's yet another guard cycling, 406 to 1904. Here's my Gimli where I'm guard cycling. I mean, I trade positive by 1,500. And that's not even keeping into account that, certain unit types, I guess, have a higher number of troops per command, but you get the idea. So if I pause the video here, I just want to again point out that I am standing behind the crossing. They cannot attack me. The crossing itself is not able to be attacked from any other angle or direction by them. So I can just hang out behind it. I am invincible. They cannot touch me. I guard cycle. They hit the march. When I lose some troops, I turn off guard. And then I just refill the troops, and then I hit guard again. And the closer you are to this position, the less time you spend walking, the faster you can guard cycle. If you have a ton of people doing this, I honestly don't know how you take a crossing from an enemy. And what's more is that you don't get hit when your march is low. When people stack 40 to 60 to 80 marches on a crossing, yeah, I mean, it's very intimidating. It definitely is. But when you attack, at some point, people are not going to be paying attention, and those low health marches are going to get traded against. They're going to lose in a very, very trade negative way. Okay? But if you're just standing behind it, you can be online to watch your march. I have found no better way than to guard cycle like I was doing here. Honestly, it's so overpowered. If you have a team of players defending that are paying attention, that are sufficiently close to the thing that they're defending, what a freaking nightmare. The only way you get around this as an attacker, and there is a way around it that they could have done and they didn't, is to have everybody attack at the same time. And if everybody attacks at the same time, where they all land at the same moment, you work around that guard cycling phenomena where I could turn off guard before the next march arrives. Well, no, you can't do that if 20 marches all land at the crossing at the exact same time. And it's funny because I used to, I guess, attack tiles thinking that I needed to attack at the same time. No, you don't need to attack tiles when they're owned by the game, PvE, right? When you're going to take a tile for the first time, you can do that over the course of the 15 minutes before the tile resets. But when you're actually attacking players, now is the time where hitting at the exact same moment dramatically improves the possibility space for your outcomes, because they cannot do what I am doing here. That is the counter to guard cycling, which, if your enemy is not coordinated or not paying attention, you will freaking pwn them. If you found this helpful, throw a like on here. Consider subscribing. Let me take you to our restart project real quick. This is my restart. It's about 3 or 4 days old. I guess I've lost track. Are we on the 4th day now? Man, it's been a crazy, crazy ride. In terms of ranking overall, I'm doing all right. I'm at 21 for ring level, and for personal production, 19. Also, our fellowship is 2. We are in the family of fellowships that are also, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is going very, very well. If we just get a look at my commanders, they are progressing nicely. Haldir, I'm very happy with. He's been working very well with the elves. I see why they give you him as a starting commander. It makes a lot of sense. Power leveling and getting the loyalty on Gandalf at the start of the game has been huge and very positive and effective. And I'm running around with Eowyn, friggin' not taking tiles. Nope, I'm just sort of sweeping with the lower tier troops that I no longer use or need for tile capture. So I am just running around sweeping with her, getting some experience, so I at least have one extra commander with some experience on them. And then, I mean, Dwalin is just going to be a long-term project where probably I'll only get serious about him when I have enough troops to be sweeping more, and also, when I'm in a place where I can just train more troops and do more mock battling. I think that is when I go in on a 4th commander potentially. But all in all, it's going really, really well. We took a 280 over here, the keep. So we'll be taking more of those today, probably Hobbiton, and maybe also Nan Lund Keep. That's probably going down too. We'll make some expansion on the map. Honestly, it's going very fast. If you enjoyed this video, throw a like on here. Consider subscribing. All the playlist, probably. Card will be up in the top, and a link will be probably in the description somewhere for the restart playlist if you want to see how we got from the very beginning to where we're at now. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.